Good day and welcome back to the podcast. Catch it, a new perception. My name is Ketuk. Moving forward to get to know our higher selves, it takes sometimes some work, especially for a guy like me. I move forward and then I move back and I move sideways and I move forward and then I move sideways and then I move forward and I move back. And that's part of my process. And it's part of my journey. And it's not a bad thing. It's not a good thing. It's just part of my journey. And through that process, one thing that I've noticed is that I need to be able to ask for help. Is that good? For me, I think it is. One way I ask for help is I would like to be able to help more people. So I ask for that help through asking you to subscribe, asking you to give it a thumbs up if you appreciate the episode, asking you to share it with other people so that they may benefit and therefore it benefits me. And I'm asking for your help in that. And the way it benefits me is if I feel like I'm helping more people, it does something for me internally also. So it's maybe somewhat of a selfish thing. I think it's more about self-care. I did talk about that in one episode. I'm sure we'll return to that idea in the near future here. And I think it's more about self-care than selfishness because self-care other people benefit from. And what is it we're doing when we ask for help? And I think about this today because I had the opportunity to get challenged by the technical side of doing things. And as I'm doing things on this podcast, I'm unfamiliar with the technical side of things, and I have to have things set up a certain way so that my voice comes across in a decent way, so that I'm able to show up on camera to the best of my ability. And one thing that I like about being able to show up on camera is I think that the inflection in my voice has been heard by people. And I think that people can hear that message that I attempt to carry to help people get to know their higher self. And I believe that the facial expressions can help. I believe that you can see that there's sincerity inside of me. That I walk with a good heart, attempting to try to carry this idea that we can all get to know our higher self. We can all leave the selfishness behind and find self-care. And one of the ways that I'm talking about today is by asking for help. So I needed help with this because I got lost and I wasn't able to get this video recorded and I'm not sure how to do things. And I reached out to my tech guy and he's like, yeah, I'd love to help. And I'm trying to explain it to him. And I'm not explaining it very well maybe, or it's not understandable the way I'm trying to. And he's like, I'll come over and help you, no problem. And it's interesting because I believe that it's sincere when he says, I would be happy to come and help you do this. When you ask for help, is someone sincere when they want to reciprocate that help? Maybe part of it is I've known this young man for maybe almost half his life at this point, and I've done what I could to help him through the years. Maybe get to know his higher self. And through that process of me helping him where I'm able to help, where he finds something that he can help with that he's good at, it's easy for him to help me. He might not be the guy I ask for if I need help with the mechanics of my car or doing something in my house because he may not be the carpenter or the mechanic I'm looking for. And when it comes to the technical side of the camera and the sound and the computer itself, all these things he's able to help with. What is it we can help others with? How helpful can we be? And are you willing to be helpful? Do you get something out of being able to help other people? Is there self-care in that? Is there love in that? My business is loving people. And business is good. Maybe that's why people can appreciate helping me when I do need help with something. When I ask, people will be like, yes, what can I do? I'd be happy to. Yes, I'll show up. What time can I be there? Wow. From where I came from, people weren't always willing to help. And not that I didn't have some friends when I was coming up. They would help in any way they could. They just didn't have the same capacity, or maybe even more so, I didn't have the ability to ask them. I didn't know how to ask someone, I need help. Can you help me? Are you willing? I don't know what I'm doing. Coming up, I struggled so hard to be honest with you and say, I don't know what I'm doing with this. I don't know how this works. Can you help me? What amazing words. Now, we talk about friendships in a recent episode. Okay? How does this build a friendship? When you're willing to ask somebody, can you help me? And it's not that you're asking them necessarily every day and they go out of their way and it's a one-sided relationship. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about being able to reciprocate help because you've been willing to help them, or you are willing to help them because you're good at something else. Can we do what we're good at and help many different people? I've talked a little bit about volunteering on this podcast, and I volunteered at an elder center, and I spent a number of years volunteering at a mission, and I do some speaking engagements, which are actually volunteer situations also. I do some other speaking engagements I'd be happy to help people with when it comes to workshops and seminars based upon the things that we talk about on this podcast. And I work as a life coach. And some of those things aren't necessarily volunteering. And some of it is. Some of the mentoring I have done has been totally volunteering my time. And I say volunteering because I'm not reciprocated monetarily for those things. Maybe those are the types of things that build friendships. Is when you can ask for help, or you can help someone and you don't really need anything in return. And it's interesting because there's a little bit of a catch with that in a sense, because to not need or ask for anything in return is one thing. And then years later or months later or even the following week, it's like, dude, can you help me with this? I could use some help. And somebody comes over, and this cat comes over, and he's really happy to help because this isn't work. It's easy for them. So when we're asking for help, who is it we're asking? Again, it's like we want to know that we're not going to the local baker to ask him to fix our car. Just saying. I don't know that that would do me any good. But if I go to the local baker and say I'm having a birthday party for, a loved one, can you make a cake for me? It would be really cool. That makes sense to me. Now, would I pay him for that? I would be happy to pay him for that, or her, or whoever that is making it for me. That is also can be a type of friendship to show someone how much you appreciate it and ask them to be the ones that you want to pay to do something for you. You see, the combination of friendship, the combination of love, the combination of asking for help is all part of the journey in finding a way to get connected to people. I've talked about getting connected to spirit, to universe, to the creator. I think it's important. And often the way that I do that is by getting connected to people, by getting connected to nature, by getting connected may mean just one thing. It might not be specifically getting connected to someone. It may be getting connected. Because what happens is I get connected to myself. When I reached out for help and I needed some help with this technically, and we're talking and we're texting on the phone, and he's like, let's do, a video call. We can Zoom. We can figure this out. I can grab hold of your computer and I can see what's going on. And I'm like, that would be great. And then all of a sudden he's like, you know what? If this is going to happen tomorrow, I'll come over tomorrow. And then we get some time together, which is always a pleasure. Give a man a hug, see him, spend some time with him, and also be able to take care of the technical side of it. And then I reach out to him when he's probably getting ready to be on his way to my house. And I said, it appears that we have this figured out. And I have a lot of people behind the scenes that help me with things. I'm not able to do everything. My wife does a fair amount of this podcast with me and for me. And she did some things and she said, here it is. And then I did some things and I'm like, oh, here it is also. So between the two of us, we figured this out. How often, when you ask someone for help and they come to help you, and then you meet them, quote unquote, halfway, you go do something yourself to accomplish it, and it's only because of what the action that you took and the action that they took that you were able to get the help you were able to get. Because if they come over to help you and you're not willing to do something to help yourself, it's for naught. Often. We can't rely on other people to help us to get us out of a situation. We rely on other people to help us, to build us up enough to be able to get out of that situation ourselves. Talk to knowledgeable people. Move forward with a good heart. Have good intentions and have good follow-through. Those are the types of things that I think could matter, could make a difference, could be good for a relationship going forward, a friendship, if you will. And I know that I have much to learn about how to ask for help and when to ask for help and how to actually just take care of it and maybe just ask for help. Grandfather, I need your help. And move forward with that. Not needing to reach out to another person. Maybe the reason that people are willing to help me when I ask for it is I haven't overstated that and sat and constantly for years on end, I need your help, I need your help, I need your help, and not reciprocated that in some fashion. One friend of mine who's now taken his long journey and returned to the spirit world, I helped him with many things, and he said, you know, the way you mentor people, he said, I'm always happy to buy you lunch because I can buy you lunch and we get that conversation. And I talked a little bit about friendships and people meeting, and we used to meet once a week. And he says, with all the people you mentor, you should never have to buy lunch. And he believed that. He was a little old school. And he just thought that that's something that he should do, is be able to buy someone a meal and share that meal with them. And he believed that other people should think that way. And I don't necessarily think that people should think that way, and I don't ever expect those types of things out of people. So I thought it was, in a sense, kind of cute that this elder says, oh, you should never have to buy lunch with all the people you mentor. And what I found is that I don't need them to reciprocate that if I'm going to reach out to help them. I don't need them to buy me something or give me something or do something for me. I just need to be available to help them when they need it. And it's kind of like giving 50-50 in a relationship. From what I've found, for me, it means to give and to give and to give 100%, 100%, 100%. Then, one day when I need something, I get exactly what I need. To me, that's meeting 50-50 in a relationship, is I just give and I give and I give. And the moment I need something, I, generally speaking, don't even have to ask. I just receive what I need. Because I'm willing to give. I'm willing to help. I like the term gift. We gift someone something. And sometimes that's been monetary, and I've received some very nice gifts that I appreciate very much. And then there's things that are not monetary I have been gifted. And I have gifted other people both ways also. That can be helpful. To gift that's not monetary. To gift from the heart. To gift from spirit. And to be able to continue to give. Please share this with other people. Drop me a line in the comment section. And please give it a thumbs up if you appreciate it. Looking forward to next time. Live in harmony with and use the bounty of the land to bring kindness to the world. Doksha, okay?